All right, we are going to now work on our second color wheel page, which is the shade color wheel and the tone color wheel. And we need to remember that, there you go, a shade is just a color mixed with black. So you're going to take all your colors, like yellow, orange plus black, orange plus black, red, orange plus black. You're just taking all your colors on the wheel and adding a little bit of black to them to see how they look as a shade. For the tones, a tone is a color mixed with gray. So you're going to mix all of your colors on the wheel with gray. So I'm going to take green and mix it with gray and fill it in, and yellow green and mix it with gray and fill it in, and yellow and mix it with gray and fill it in. Okay. I'd like you to work efficiently here. So what I recommend doing is, now I have some black on my palette, and I know I'm going to have to make a bunch of tones. So to do that, why don't I just make a big puddle of gray? Okay. I'm going to take some of white. I'm going to take a lot of my white, pretty much all of my white. Okay, and the deal with working with black in any sort of medium, whether it's tempera paint or oil pastel or watercolors or anything, is that you have to be very careful because black can go very far very quickly. It'll block out a color very quickly. So whenever we're working with black, just use a little bit at a time, and that little bit will probably turn this whole puddle gray. Okay, and actually, I'm going to pick up a little bit more black. Who knew? Okay, a little bit, one more little dot like that. There, I think that should be good. All right, now we're talking. I think that's a nice, like, not too dark gray. All right, so now I got my colors. I have my black to make my shades, and I have my gray to make my tones. And I want to remind you to always clean your brush in between, dab it off, dip and dab. Okay, and when we're mixing any colors, we want to start with the lighter color first. So for example, I'm going to make red orange. I scoop up some orange because that's the lighter color. Okay, and I'm going to make enough red orange so that I can make a shade out of it and a tone out of it. All right, and I'll add some red. And I think it could use a little more red. So all right, I want you to be aware of something. There's a little bit of water on my ferrule, and I want to just kind of get that water off. All right, now I like that red orange. That looks good to me. So what I'll do is now I'll take a little scoop over here. Okay. I know it's a lot of brush washing, but just go with it, okay? If you don't wash your brush, then all your little puddles of paint are going to eventually turn to mud because all these colors will mix, and then you get a bunch of brown, and it'll be hard to mix colors. So I'm going to make a shade, tiniest little dab of black, tiny, tiny, tiny. Even that is a little bit scary for me. All right, look how easily black changed it. Okay, so just the tiniest little, like, eighth of a drop. All right, so my shade color wheel, I was doing red orange. Now I have a shade of red orange right there. Okay, and now that I've got that done, I can grab some of my gray, and I'll just mix it directly into my red orange right here. I needed more. There you go. That's a better tone. Okay, and I'll find my tone wheel and red orange on there, and now I have a lovely tone of red orange. All right, there we go. Okay, so again, try to work efficiently. If you're gonna make yellow green, make enough so that you can make a shade out of it, and you can make a tone out of it, and make sure you make enough gray paint that you can do that.